Wouter, thank you for joining me. Explain to me the concept of curbside management as you see it.
A curb is a valuable space and time in a city, and we should use it wisely. And we should, if it's just one parking spot, it can be used for a million things, and let's manage that. Let's choose which one fits each different parking spot best, and then let's see if it works.
You see delivery vans driving round and round trying to find somewhere to stop so they can go and do their delivery. You see bigger trucks driving around waiting to get into a building site, for example, and they're clogging up the roads because they're looking for somewhere to park. So what sort of, if you look at the data, what sort of effect is that having on congestion in cities?
Well, it differs in every city. We see on average it's about 30 to 35% of traffic in a city that is related to searching for parking, which is a lot. But yeah, we just talked about solutions. We can, if you, for instance, enter with a zero-emission vehicle for freight, you request it up front, then there are solutions out there that you can park your vehicle on a reserved spot. It's reserved for you. If you arrive and you told up front, you don't have to look for spaces. You know that you will be able to park. So,
and what does that mean for logistics freight companies, for example? Does it make life easier? Do you charge them for being able to stop at the side of the road? You know, what effect is it?
Boring answer. We're Switzerland. We let the city decide if they want to charge or not. I thought there was going to be a huge backlash from logistics service providers where we were rolling out our solution in cities. But what surprisingly we noticed is that the logistics service providers just want to know what rules are there in a city, what parking spots will be available, where is the school and when is the opening and the closing time, so that I don't inadvertently or I don't know, by accident run over a kid, God forbid. So that we just give them information and that already helps them a lot.
Give me an example of what's been done, places where this curbside management has been introduced, and maybe not just for stopping and then starting again, but maybe closing entire stretches of the curbside for days and weeks on end or for specific events.
There are a million possible examples of things you can do with the curb, which is what I try to bring across in the presentation, what I also try to bring across now. The city of Ghent has living streets where they basically say all parking spots are used for playgrounds and where children can play, and for tables where the neighbors can meet and talk to each other, so that it really becomes a park in your street. But there are also many streets that gave away parking spots because no one was parking for terraces, and then they noticed after COVID, actually, everybody's back out, but having a nice terrace is cool, and I can ask money to the restaurant owner for these parking spots. So they kept that measure in. So, and that is something that I see in Antwerp, that I also saw in Melbourne. It's in many different forms and in many different cities that you see these behaviors.
And finally, simple question, you know, car parking, when the spaces are there, they're full of cars. When you close off those spaces for cars, where do the cars go? The waterbed effect, somewhere else. I think, and that is dangerous. They move somewhere else, and then they become someone else's problem, which is something we need to look out for. I think if you really manage it well, you implement curbside management measures, you generate extra income, and you invest it in public transport, people can get rid of their car. But if you just implement curbside management and you don't do anything else, you just, have higher paid parking tariffs, but you don't give anything in return to people, the cars go somewhere else and everyone is unhappy. So that's something we need to look out for. Very interesting stuff. Wouter van der Wiele from Be-Mobile, thank you ever so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.